Hey everybody, Z with ZandGEmporium with some yuck, gross, vintage booster boxes. Disgusting, right? We don't want to talk about these. We're talking about modern booster boxes today. Don't worry, they're empty. I just saw a number down here. 100, is that the 125th thousandth booster box made? I don't know. I'm curious what these numbers actually mean down here. I think somebody said that that's the number box of this one printed, but I don't think they have any clue. Nobody has any clue about that. But anyway, the modern booster boxes, okay? You guys won. F in the chat for vintage. You guys win. Modern booster box people. You went on eBay. You went on Amazon.com. You went to whatever. Football Pete on eBay. Lowest priced, right? Usually. You bought your sealed product. You bought your sealed case. You put it on your shelf, you know, your sun and moon, your sword and shield, and you won. You made whatever. 10x. I don't know what it is. You guys won. Vintage. F in the chat. But the point of this is that saying a lot of people know how to buy, but they don't really know how to sell. And let me tell you what, it is going to be harder for you to sell these than something like, you know, graded cards. Well, those aren't graded, but I don't have any graded. Well, there's a graded card, a little Charizard. Oh, by the way, this Charizard, you guys see this? Could I get more money for this? See this right here? I know it's really hard to see. Boy, this is going to be embarrassing because it's almost impossible to see, but the bottom is like moved up. It's like the hollow is shifted up by just a little bit. You can see it's a little non-hollow in the bottom. Nobody cares. Who cares? Anyway, the modern booster boxes, the people who bought a lot of this and they made a lot of money, they come to a point when they try to sell and they're like, man, this is actually harder to sell than I realized. Now, the shipping thing, blah, blah, blah. People always make a lot of big stink about, oh, it's a lot harder to ship a box than it is a card. It costs like $4 something to ship a card. It'll cost you like $7.60 to sell a modern booster box. You put it in a box, you put it in one of those flat priority mail, flat rate envelopes outside of the box. It costs $7.60. Not really something to worry about the shipping. What I'm talking about is that the authenticity stuff. There are people that are reselling this crap all the time. Now, of course, there are fake PSA slabs, but they're honestly pretty easy to tell. You know, the card inside is like, you know, PSA 4 and they're saying it's a 10 or, you know, the actual slab, but it is easier to tell. But the biggest thing is that these things are resealed. It seems to be all the time. And the problem is that somebody like, let's just say TCA Gaming, if TCA Gaming can be fooled and open up a box, say, ooh, that is fake, you know, anybody can, okay? Your Joe Schmo who's buying your stuff off Football Pete on eBay and putting it on your shelf. You don't know. Now, granted, that's probably somebody who would have something from a distributor or is a distributor. I don't know. There's rumors about that as well, but we're not going to get into that. The point of it is that just be aware when you're buying sealed product that you're going to have to deal with there's going to be a little extra difficulty. And I'm looking at all these numbers now. A little extra difficulty in selling your sealed product because you are going to get annoying people who they buy it and they say, oh, this looks like it's resealed, and then they're going to have to return it, or they open it, which is the worst case, and they say, sorry, man, this stuff is fake, or they put fake cards, and then you argue with eBay, and then eBay is probably going to side with the buyer, and it's just not really something you have to deal with much with graded cards. Believe me, we sell tens of thousands of graded cards. It's just not something you have to deal with. Selling sealed is just it is just harder. So just be aware of that. I know a lot of people say, oh, you just buy it and put it on the shelf and you make money and it's just hunky-dory. It is a little harder. Just be aware of that. I just don't think many people talk about that. What's the number down here? 228,000 something. Huh. Wondering if this is 137,000th. I guess that's just the number of this box printed. 125,200 and yeah, this one's pretty crazy. This was 1 million, and this was not printed on the bottom of the box. It's printed on the top of the box. 1 millionth. Base set boxes are weird. There's so much variation in these boxes. That's the thing too. Sometimes you have variation, weird wraps, and then you try to sell and it's like, oh, that looks fake, and it's just this is why I don't really do sealed anymore. It's just kind of a pain. But anyway, congratulations. If you bought modern sealed, you won. Get rid of this yucko vintage, gross, disgusting. And yeah, have a nice day.